Hello everyone, this is the second lecture of water and we will start with solubility. In previous video, we have discussed solution, solute, solvent and type of solutions. So, the solubility is the ability of a solute to get dissolved in a given amount of a particular solvent. So, you can say the extent up to which a solute can be dissolved in a given amount of a particular solvent is known as its solubility. For example, if you take a glass of water and you dissolve sugar in it, so you can dissolve a large amount of sugar in it. So you can say that sugar is highly soluble in water, but if you try to dissolve copper sulfate in water, the amount of copper sulfate which gets dissolved in the same amount of water is very small. So you can say the solubility of copper sulfate is low as compared to the solubility of sugar. So the factors which affect the solubility of a solute are nature of the solute and solvent and temperature. So these are two factors which affect the solubility of a solute in a given amount of solvent. The first thing is nature of solute and solvent. So you have seen that some solutes like salt or alcohols, they can dissolve in the water, but some substances do not dissolve in water. So it is because of the nature. So it also depends on the nature, means some substances dissolve in a particular solvent, but some substances don't. The second thing is temperature. So let's discuss the temperature. You have seen that if we dissolve the salt in a particular amount of water, after some time the salt will stop dissolving in that amount of water. But if you will start raising the temperature, if you will start heating the solution, you can dissolve more salt. It means that the solubility of salt increases with increase in temperature. So the temperature is one factor on which the solubility of a solute depends. Now the next topic is determination of solubility of a solute. So how can we determine the solubility of a solute? So what do we have to do? First of all, we have to take a evaporating dish in which we can boil the solution. So let's say M1 equal to mass of empty vessel, the vessel in which you are going to dissolve the solution. Now let us say M2, that is the mass of saturated solution plus vessel. So what will you do? First we will take the mass of empty vessel, then we will add some solvent and solute and we will make a saturated solution. And let us say M2 becomes the mass of the vessel after adding the solution in it. So let us say the mass of saturated solution plus vessel, that is M2. Now let us assume M3 is the mass of vessel plus solute after evaporation. So what are we going to do here? First we will make a saturated solution, then we will add the saturated solution in empty vessel and then we will start evaporating the solution. After evaporation, because whole solvent will get evaporated, only solute will remain there. So M3 is the mass of vessel plus solute after the evaporations. So you can say solubility equal to mass of solute by mass of solvent into 100. Now how will we calculate it? Mass of solute is equal to M3, because now M3 is the mass of vessel plus mass of solute, because only solute will remain after evaporation. So that is mass of vessel plus mass of solute. But mass of solute is mass, we have to subtract the mass of vessel from this, so that is equal to m3 minus m1 by mass of solvent. So mass of solvent, you can say this is the mass of saturated solution. So mass of saturated solution plus vessel, it contains vessel plus solute plus solvent, but we have to remove the solute and vessel from this mass. So that is equal to m2 minus m3 into 100. So this is how you can calculate the solubility of a particular solute in a solvent. The next topic is solubility curve. So solubility curve is the variation of solubility of a substance with temperature. Like you can see here, the solubility of KNO3 increases with increase in temperature. The solubility of calcium sulfate, that decreases with increase in temperature. Solubility of sodium chloride, it increases but slightly increases with increase in temperature, while the solubility of KNO3 increases rapidly with increase in temperature. Na2SO4, sodium sulfate, the solubility of sodium sulfate first increases and then decreases with increase in temperature. So with the help of solubility curve, we can find out the solubility of a particular substance at a particular temperature. Now this solubility curve helps us in so many fields, like in field of medicine, where we have to prepare a medicine. For that we have to know that how much amount of solute can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent. The next topic is effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility of gases. So as you know, the solubility of most of the solids except a few solids increases with increase in temperature. However, the pressure does not affect the solubility of solids in liquids. But in case of gases, there is a large effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility of a gas. So let's see what is the effect of temperature. With increase in temperature, the solubility of a gas decreases. So remember, the solubility of the gas decreases with increase in temperature. So let's see an example. Whenever we boil the water, you have observed that the taste of boiled water is quite different from the cold water, and that is because in cold water there are a number of gases which are dissolved in it, but as you heat the water, the solubility decreases with increase in temperature. Therefore the gases which are present in water will escape from the water, and therefore there is a very small amount of gases present in the boiled water, and that's why the taste of boiled water is quite different from the taste of cold water. Let's see the next topic, that is effect of pressure. So effect of pressure can be explained with the help of Henry's law. So what does Henry's law say? Henry's law says that the solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas on the surface of liquid. It means higher the pressure, more is the solubility. So you can say the solubility increases with increase in pressure. So let's see some example. As you know that carbon dioxide is dissolved in soft drinks. So when the bottle of soft drinks are filled, they are filled under high pressure so that a large amount of carbon dioxide can be dissolved in it. So that's why when you open the bottle, you have observed that a gas is evolved from the soft drinks. It is because whenever we open the bottle, the pressure inside the bottle releases suddenly and the pressure becomes low. Due to that, the solubility of the carbon dioxide in that particular soft drink will also decrease, because the solubility is directly proportional to the pressure. As solubility increases with increase in pressure, if you will decrease the pressure, the solubility will decrease, and that is why the bottle of soft drinks are filled under high pressure to increase the solubility of carbon dioxide in it. So hope you have understood the effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility. If you have any queries, please ask the question in the comments. Thank you very much.